In our Hawaiian volcano summary this week, you can see a look into Kilauea earlier today before the rain came in. Still fuming, still building mineral deposits, and quiet on the surface here. If we look at our monitoring signals at Kilauea Summit, for the last week or so, we've had rising tilt at the summit caldera. This is the Uikahuna station here. And along with a inflation, part of a deflation-inflation cycle, we've had a buildup in earthquakes, slightly peaking this week on Sunday. And that was in the shallow regions, as you can see in this depth versus time plot for the last week here. Over the last week, the map looks like this. These are colored by depth. So the blues are deep earthquakes in Pahala. The reds and oranges are these shallow ones of the magma filling the South Caldera and the Southwest Rift Connector area. And there's a scattering of these yellow, slightly deeper earthquakes beneath that shallower reservoir system of Kilauea. South flank is still moving and adjusting. You imagine that as magma is coming into this area in here, that it pushes towards the ocean, and that can cause these earthquakes that seem to be ongoing for quite a while here, and maybe flaring up a little bit this week too. That's what they look like in cross section. So the shallow earthquakes in the magma are here. There is those deeper ones. The Pahala ones are deep and off to the side over there. So from the summit Uikahuna, we've seen over the last 2 weeks building inflation. It's about 10 microradians on that signal. And at Sand Hill, we've also had in the last week about 10 microradians as well, continuing a pattern for the last couple of weeks of inflation, both in that South Caldera and Southwest Rift Connector areas. The earthquake counts for the last month show that this recent spike on Sunday matches the previous events after the main pulse of the January 31st intrusion. We had a slowdown and it built back up, and so you can see it's pulsing now, and this is building more pressure underground slowly but surely. Here's how it fits in the context of the last year and 5 years. So we're really recovering from that event still. In our GPS, we see that the north and south across caldera has been continuing extending. Sometimes it slows down when the South Caldera and the Southwest Rift Connector areas are taking more magma. But it still seems to be following that same pattern, whereas at Pu'u'o, we're still seeing contraction and no movement in the East Rift Zone. On Mauna Loa, earthquake rates are quite low, earthquakes per day. Some days have nothing at all. And over the last month, they've been slightly shallower. But that's it for Hawaiian Volcano Summary this week.